So I'm going to read some more from Cook Yourself Thin, cookbook that belonged to my sister. So I left off a steak with cauliflower mashed potatoes. Okay. So, steak with cauliflower mashed potatoes. The flat iron steak, today's hippest cut of meat, is also one of the leanest, most flavorful and affordable steaks around, rubbed with fragrant rosemary and served alongside cauliflower mashed potatoes. It's a steakhouse adventure that's as easy on the waist as it is on the expense account. Serves 4 calories per serving, 389. For the rosemary salt, 2 tablespoons chopped fresh rosemary from about 4 medium sprigs, 2 tablespoons coarse salt, half a teaspoon coarsely ground black pepper. For the cauliflower mashed potatoes, half a large head of cauliflower broken into florets, about 8 cups, half a cup non-fat buttermilk, 1 pound Yukon Gold potatoes, peeled, quartered lengthwise, and sliced half an inch thick, salt, 1/2 to 3/4 cup low-fat milk, pepper, 1 tablespoon butter, 2 scallions chopped. For the steak, 1 pound lean steak, preferably flank, about 1 1/4 inches thick, 1 tablespoon balsamic vinegar, 8 cups shredded romaine lettuce, 1 1/2 cups halved cherry tomatoes, 1/4 cup chopped fresh mint. For the rosemary salt, combine chopped rosemary and salt on a cutting board and chop together. Stir in the pepper, transfer to a small bowl and set aside. 2. For the cauliflower mashed potatoes, place the cauliflower in a steamer basket, set over boiling water, cover, and steam 15 minutes. Transfer to a food processor. Add the buttermilk and 1/4 cup of the milk and puree until very smooth, about 2 minutes. Meanwhile, place potatoes in a saucepan. Add cold, salted water to cover by about 2 inches. Bring to a boil, reduce heat, and simmer until tender, about 15 minutes. Drain. Return to the saucepan and add heat over medium heat for 1 to 2 minutes to dry. Mash with a potato masher. Add the cauliflower puree, 1/4 cup milk, 1 teaspoon salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Stir to blend and heat over medium-low heat, adding more milk as needed for a creamy consistency. Stir in the butter and the scallions, cover and set aside to keep warm. 3. Heat a grill or a grill pan. Sprinkle the steak on both sides generously with the rosemary salt, pressing it into the meat. Reserve the remainder for another use. Grill the steak 4 minutes on one side. Turn and grill to rare, 3 to 4 more minutes. Remove to a plate and let stand 5 minutes. Thinly slice the beef against the grain. Add the vinegar to the pan and stir to incorporate any pan juices. To serve, make a bed of lettuce on each of 4 plates. Arrange 1/4 of the steak slices on top of the lettuce. Spoon on some of the cauliflower mashed potatoes. Scatter tomatoes all overall. Drizzle with the balsamic meat juices and garnish with the chopped mint. Tips. 1. A flank steak is relatively lean, inexpensive, but exquisitely flavorful and tender cut of beef, more and more readily available at supermarkets. 2. and herb salt is a fast and easy way to add flavor to meats and vegetables. Store leftover herb salt at room temperature and use on poultry, fish, other meats, or roasted vegetables. 3. This low-calorie version of mashed potatoes replaces some of the potato with cauliflower and milk or cream with a combination of buttermilk and low-fat milk. Butter can be replaced by olive oil. 4. Balsamic vinegar is useful in low-fat cooking because it adds a lot of flavor without a lot of acidity. The net result is a sweet and sour taste, whisked with the meat juices here. It makes an instant non-fat sauce. The beef juices balance the acidity of the vinegar. There's the next one. Breaded, non-fried panko crusted shrimp. Panko crumbs are the best way to get beautifully crisp shrimp in this delightful dish. Mustard and dill add a Nordic touch, while a hint of heat ties these flavors up in a beautiful bundle. Serves 4. Calories per serving, 289. 2 tablespoons mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons creamy dill mustard, 2 tablespoons capers, drained and chopped, 2 egg whites, half a teaspoon salt, 2 cups panko crumbs, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1 pound jumbo shrimp, peeled, deveined, and butterflied. 1. Stir together mayonnaise, mustard, and capers in a small bowl for dipping sauce. Set aside. 2. Preheat oven to 475 degrees. Whisk egg whites with a 1/4 teaspoon salt in a shallow dish until frothy. Toss together crumbs, cayenne, and remaining 1/4 teaspoon salt in a shallow dish. Dip each shrimp in egg whites, dredge in panko crumbs, and place on a rimmed baking sheet. Bake until shrimp cooks through and crumbs are golden, about 12 minutes. 3. Serve hot with a dipping sauce. Tips. 1. If you can't find creamy dill mustard, combine 1½ tablespoons Dijon mustard with 1 teaspoon fresh lemon juice and 2 teaspoons finely chopped fresh dill. 2. Panko are Japanese breadcrumbs that are light and crunchy. Look for them online or in the ethnic aisle of your supermarket. Sautéed spinach with grilled turkey sausage and red pepper and rosemary cornbread. Lemon juice and lemon zest really bring out the fresh flavors in this easy sauté. Serve it with this simple yet satisfying red pepper and rosemary cornbread and feature salt. Serves 4. Calories per serving, sausage and spinach sauté, 272. Calories per serving, red pepper and rosemary cornbread, 168. For the sausage and spinach sauté, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 pound lean turkey sausage, about 1 package sliced into 1-inch rounds, 2 cloves garlic minced, 3 10-ounce packages organic baby spinach, 1 lemon, a 1/4 cup chicken broth, low sodium, 1 teaspoon salt, a 1/4 teaspoon pepper. For the red pepper and rosemary cornbread, 1 whole red pepper, half a cup self-rising flour or C substitute box, 1 cup fine polenta cornmeal, half a teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1½ teaspoons dry or fresh rosemary leaves, chopped very fine, a 1/4 cup of pitted black olives, optional, 2 medium free-range eggs, 1 cup buttermilk, and 1 tablespoon honey. Self-rising flour substitute. Substitute 1 cup all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, and half teaspoon salt for each cup of self-rising flour. 1. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees for the red pepper and rosemary cornbread. 2. To make the sausage and spinach, heat a Dutch oven over medium heat, add the oil, and sauté the sliced sausage and garlic. Zest the lemon and set aside. Juice the lemon and set aside. Add spinach, lemon juice and zest, and chicken stock. Cover and cook until spinach is cooked down about 5 minutes. Halfway through cooking, toss spinach mixture with tongs. Season with salt and pepper. Step 3. To make the red pepper and rosemary cornbread. Heat the loaf pan in the oven while the oven is warming up and you are preparing the recipe. Step 4. Put the red pepper, halved and middle removed, onto a baking sheet. Place under a hot grill, skin side up, for 10 minutes until the skin is blistered and blackened. 5. Remove the red pepper from the oven and immediately place into a small plastic bag and steam for a further 5 minutes. Carefully peel the skin from the red pepper. Slice thinly. 6. Combine the self-rising flour, cornmeal, baking soda, salt, and rosemary in a large mixing bowl. Set aside. 7. In another small bowl, whisk the eggs, buttermilk, and honey with a fork until well combined. Add the red peppers. Mix into the dry ingredients, trying to avoid breaking up the peppers as much as possible. If you decide to add the pitted olives to the cornbread, now's the time. Just dice them up and add with the dry ingredients. 8. Take the hot pan out of the oven and brush over a little olive oil. Sprinkle with a little cornmeal all over and add it in the bread mixture. This will prevent the bread from sticking to the base and sides. 9. Bake in the middle of the oven at 350 degrees for 35 to 45 minutes, or until a skewer inserted into the bread comes out clean. Tips. 1. It is very important to use fresh buttermilk, or it won't cook through in the middle. Whatever you choose to put into your own cornbread, it is important to cut it or chop it up finely so that it doesn't weigh the mixture down too much. When finely chopped, the mixture will rise well. Step 2. Pre-cooked sausage is easier to slice, and since it's cooked, you need just to heat it through. 3. Try boosting with a 1/3 cup frozen or fresh cooked corn. Skinny down-home chicken pot pie. Pre-made phyllo dough makes the scary part of assembling pot pie a breeze and leaves you plenty of time to get the chicken and veggies just the way you like them for this quintessential hearty comfort food. Serve 6. Calories per serving 372. 3 tablespoons olive oil, a 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, 1 small onion diced about 1.5 ounces, 2 garlic cloves minced, 1 leek chopped about 1 ounce, 1 large carrot chopped about 1 ounce, 1 celery stalk about 1 ounce, 2 red potatoes, skin on, diced about 6 ounces, 2 turnips peeled and diced about 4 ounces, 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts cut into small cubes, 2 boneless, skinless chicken thighs cut into small cubes, 1 bay leaf, 2 sprigs of fresh thyme, 1 tablespoon salt, 1 teaspoon freshly ground pepper, 2.5 cups chicken stock, 6 sheets of phyllo dough, 1 tablespoon olive oil for brushing, 1 9 by 9 inch cake pan, 1 Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Thaw 6 sheets of phyllo dough. Overnight in the refrigerator or 1 hour before using. Bring the chicken stock to a simmer and keep warm. 2. In a 6-quart pot, add the olive oil and flour and cook until lightly golden, about 3 minutes. Add the onion, garlic, leek, carrot, celery, red potato, and turnips, and stir with a wooden spoon, making sure the bottom does not get too dry. Add the chicken, bay leaf, and sprigs of thyme, and continue stirring for about 3 minutes, so that everything is coated with the flour mixture. Add the warm chicken stock. Stir and scrape the bottom of the pot to get all the color into the mixture, and keep it from scorching. Bring to a boil, then lower to a simmer. Let the mixture simmer covered for another 5 to 7 minutes until it becomes thick and the chicken is opaque. Remove from heat and reserve. 4. Meanwhile, take 6 sheets of phyllo dough and with a knife cut out a square slightly larger than the rim of the 9x9-inch cake pan and brush with some olive oil. Set aside. 5. Remove the bay leaf and thyme sprigs from the chicken mixture and transfer the chicken to the cake pan. Top with the phyllo dough and press it down firmly with your hands. Place the pie on a baking sheet and bake in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes, turning the tray around halfway through the cooking time. Remove from the oven, let cool for 10 minutes, cut into 6 portions, then serve. Mediterranean chicken. This boldly flavored Italian sauce is so simple to make, and it'll dress up salmon, steak, or in this case, grilled butterflied chicken breasts. The juicy, herbaceous salsa verde leaves you with a beautiful plate, bursting with exciting and dynamic flavors. Serves 4. Calories per serving, 370. For the chicken, 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, 1 lemon washed and quartered, 3 cloves garlic peeled and smashed, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon freshly ground pepper, 3 branches fresh rosemary or 1 teaspoon dried, 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts butterflied. For the side of tomatoes, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 garlic clove whole, 1 pint cherry tomatoes, splash of balsamic vinegar. For the salsa verde, 1 cup flat leaf parsley chopped, 1 cup mint leaves chopped, 2 cups basil chopped, 1/3 cup extra virgin olive oil, 3 garlic cloves finely chopped, 3 tablespoons capers rinsed and chopped, 4 anchovy fillets, bones removed, soaked and chopped, 1 tablespoon Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon red wine vinegar, 1/8 teaspoon freshly ground pepper or more to taste, coarse sea salt to taste. 1. To marinate the chicken, in a large plastic sealable bag, squeeze the juice from the lemon and add the lemon. Add all the remaining ingredients, seal carefully, and massage the marinade into the chicken. Refrigerate for 30 minutes or even overnight. 2. To make the salsa verde, mix all ingredients in a small bowl. Set aside until serving. Refrigerate if made earlier in the day, and remove an hour or so before serving. 3. To cook the chicken, lightly spray a stovetop cast iron griddle with oil and heat over medium-high heat until smoky. 4. Remove the chicken from the marinade and pat off excess marinade. Place the chicken on the griddle and cook about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Turn the chicken and cook 2 more minutes until cooked through. 5. To make the tomatoes, heat the oil in a small saute pan over medium-high heat. Add the garlic and tomatoes and splash the balsamic vinegar and saute for 2 to 3 minutes until the tomatoes are warmed through. Sorry, someone's outside. Crush lightly with a wooden spoon and serve. 6. Place the chicken on a platter and top with salsa verde and the tomatoes on the side. Tips. 1. Grilled butterfly chicken breast. The butterfly technique is so simple, and your eyes see a bountiful and beautiful plate. 2. You can freeze the chicken in the marinade as well. 3. You can pulse the whole herbs and all the salsa verde ingredients in a small food processor, rather than chopping herbs by hand. Take care not to finely puree, as the mixture should be slightly coarse. So I'll stop there for now. I'll finish reading another day. So yeah, hope that helped you fall asleep a little bit. And yeah, thank you for watching my videos. Yeah, sorry about all the noise outside toward the end, but I hope I helped you fall asleep a little bit in general. Hope it wasn't too distracting out there. So yeah, thank you for watching my videos and subscribing and liking, commenting.